Guys. Okay, so lately, at least in the last couple of days, well, last week, I guess, I have been watching this TV show called Once Upon a Time. A lot of you might have heard of it. Well, you guys probably have. But anyway, I've been watching it, and it's actually good. I mean, I like it. I'm only on episode 5, but from what I've watched, I like it. So that's interesting. That's what I've been doing. Watched a whole bunch of it yesterday, like 4 episodes yesterday. Saw the pilot, I think, the day before, or the day before. But I like it. I'm only on episode 5 though, obviously, but that's fine. Now, I'm still watching Supernatural. I'm all caught up on that. Just waiting for the pilot of the next season, which is typical. But it's weird. To me at least, it feels weird going from binge watching like 5 or 10 episodes or however many episodes a day every day for a couple of months to only watching like 1 episode a week. I don't want to say it's horrible, but you're just like, oh my gosh, it's like one of those things where it's like, I'm going through withdrawal. I'm going through this TV show withdrawal. But it happens. Now, one good thing about it is, I guess it's a good thing, but it's a good thing about getting like the seasons, like the box sets, because then all you have to do basically is, if you want to binge watch something, just put in all the discs and stuff. But yeah, I've been watching Once Upon a Time. It's fun. With me though, it has to keep my attention pretty much, because I don't necessarily. Sometimes my attention span can be a little weird. Like sometimes I'll be paying attention to like some things I can pay attention to and be like, oh my god, this is very interesting. But sometimes it's just like, eh. If it's a slower paced show, then I'm just like, you know what? It doesn't interest me. It doesn't hold my interest. It's not fast enough or whatever. But with Once Upon a Time, it actually keeps my attention, which is great. I like shows that can do that because, yeah, gotta drink. So yes, I do drink stuff. Anyway, so that's, I guess, my new obsession. Well, maybe not obsession, but that's my new current show that I'm watching. I'll probably watch a little later this afternoon or something, if I have time. I have I think there's a couple of my mom's friends that are here over the next couple of days. So, but they're out with my mom right now. So, I guess that's why I've got time. I usually try to do videos when I have time anyway, because sometimes life gets in the way and you don't necessarily have time to do stuff. But yeah, gotta love binge watching. It's awesome. Now, if you don't know what the show Once Upon a Time is about. It's basically it's basically where like all your favorite fairy tale characters are taken from their, I guess, respective fairy tales and basically brought into a fictional real world little town to live their life. And they've forgotten, like their memories are a little fuzzy about where they, about their background, I guess you could say. So, and it's basically how, they, I guess, deal with that. And basically what happens throughout that series. Since I've only seen 5 episodes, I don't really know much. Now, you do learn a little bit about the characters in their present day situation, and then in like little flashbacks in the more fantasy realm, I guess, you learn about their alter ego / counterparts. So, I mean, it's interesting. It flashes back between the groupings. Now, I think part of how I can keep, or how it at least keeps my interest, is because when I was younger, I used to read, like, I was a big reader, and I would be able to read like 3 books. I would basically have like 3 books being read at the same time. And one of the book series that I used to read was called the Wayfarer Redemption series, where it would have like, and in that book it had like 2 or 3 different points of view. So like, let's say the first few chapters would be from one character's point of view, then like after that, those few chapters go by, it'll switch to another character's point of view for a few more chapters, and then it would switch back to character A's viewpoint, and it would just go back and forth. And so that kind of kept my interest. I still have all those books, all except for like one, which I can't find for some reason. And I know I had it, but I just don't know. It just got misplaced somewhere. But anyway, back to me being able to read 3 books at once. I was able to do that, and I was able to keep each plot, separated. Like, my mom would ask me, like, whenever we'd get to talking, she'd ask me, so, what's going on in the book you're currently reading? And I'd answer, I'd be like, which book? Because I'm reading 3 at the same time. And then she'd be like, well, just any of them. Then I'd be like, well, in this book, so-and-so is doing this with so-and-so, and da-da-da. And then in this book, this is happening. And then in this 3rd book, this is happening. And she's just like, how can you keep track of all of this? And that's just how my mind works. And I think part of it might have a little something to do with me being ADD, where I just kind of bounce around from, where I can bounce around from 3 or 4 different things. I mean, that's just a thought. Now, can I concentrate on one specific thing at a time? Yes, I can. But since I can also keep track of 3 different things at the same time, or maybe more, then that me doing that is not necessarily a problem. I can do it. It's fine. But anyway, I think with the Once Upon a Time show, since it kind of flip-flops back and forth between the, I guess, current day timeline and the this is what happened in, our past lives, that timeline. I think that's partly why I'm able to watch it. Now, other shows, that might not be the case. I'm not sure because I haven't really tried it like that I know of. So it depends, I guess. Anyway, that's my little thing, I guess, for today. It's gonna be awesome. Probably should find more or watch more episodes before I lose interest, because that's what happens if you don't watch things for a certain amount of time. Different for everybody. Anyway, I will talk to you guys later when I get a chance, if I get a chance. So, see you guys later. Bye.